the President of the United States called a woman piggy this week, and you're a better person than me because you hate it more than I do. But I hate it too, really, as well as 1,000 other things about the Trump administration I never stop pointing out on this show. But I'm an adult, and in the real world, there's some people you just can't stop talking to, like your spouse or partner after a bad fight, tempting as that is. Like your dick of a boss, like your family, and like the President of the United States. This is so childish, so purely emotional. The people who got all butthurt because I had dinner with them, you know, because he's Hitler. Except he's not. So unhelpful and dumb. Trump is the most supportive president Israel and the Jews ever had. You know, every year I used to ask Larry David to do real time, and he'd always say, Bill, I can't. I'm not smart enough about politics to do your show. Yeah, I get that now. Because there is no argument here. There's just the sugar rush that the no-contact people get from never coming in second in a I hate Trump the most contest. Really? That's your strategy? To go full high school and tell the guy with all the power he can't sit with you at the lunch table? To borrow a phrase familiar to HBO viewers, you are not serious people.
These are the people that Bill Maher hangs out with. And I am ready to put Bill Maher in the same category as Donald Trump. They're phony, they're two-faced, they treat women as objects, and they're not good people. And I'm going to tell you, again, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier, but before I do that, I'm going to prove to you right now what a two-faced phony Bill Maher is, with audio that I found on his show 7 years ago. Yes, that's right. So 7 years ago, and I am amazed that the media is not playing this, but I will. 7 years ago, Bill Maher had Geraldo Rivera on his show. And for years, Geraldo Rivera was very close to Donald Trump. They called themselves friends. And at that time, Bill Maher was very aggressive, very anti-Donald Trump. Surely he's changed now. But Bill Maher was criticizing Geraldo Rivera for the same stuff that he did the other day. Have a listen to this exchange with Bill Maher questioning Geraldo Rivera. You should be a smarter guy than this. Why are you coddling to Trump? Why are you caving? Look at all the things he's done. The exact same stuff that Bill Maher is doing now. And it proves that he is a hypocrite, a two-faced hypocrite. Have a listen to this from 7 years ago.
You know Trump is my friend. I've known Trump for 40 years. I don't have to. He didn't.
So did Trump.
He didn't.
So did Trump. I interviewed Trump.
He didn't remain my friend when I felt he had a certain moral lapse.
Well, in my family, my wife agrees with you. She doesn't like his policies on so many things that I've already listed, so she just can't stand the guy. I'm different. I can separate the man who's always been gracious to me, always been nice to my family. You know, we were on Celebrity Apprentice together every day for 6 weeks. I've known him really through every
shit. He's running the world. But what does that matter that he was nice to you at Thanksgiving? Well, I'm not trying to be you're not trying to be an asshole to you. You're a smart guy. This befuddles me. But I looked up to you.
Interesting. That's exactly what Bill Maher is doing now. Listen to Bill. By the way, I agree with Bill Maher there. And Geraldo Rivera has, to his credit, is no longer friends with Donald Trump, and he speaks out against Trump. Bill Maher just said it. Who gives a you-know-what if he was gracious to you? Bill Maher's doing the exact same thing. Who gives an F if Donald Trump was gracious to you for 2.5 hours of your time? That doesn't change the things he does. It doesn't mean he's not a crazy lunatic like you claim he is. And this really pisses me off. Gets my blood boiling because I am able to separate the BS when it comes to Bill Maher. He knows who Donald Trump is. He knows he was just playing nice to him, and he's lying to his listeners because Bill Maher is a scumbag. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Maher is a two-faced, phony, scumbag hack. and he's trying to save his show on HBO, so he's trying to play both sides, and it's damaging. And anybody who believes this nonsense, listen, I believe Bill Maher when he says that Trump was nice to him. I don't think he's lying about that. He's lying to you when he says, well, you know what? I was mesmerized by this, and you know, I think he just plays a crazy person in the White House. But we don't have a crazy person in the White House. Yes, we do. I'll take a few phone calls on this Bill Maher stuff.